There was one problem that I couldn't conquer it. I couldn't help him.
A mother's grief, a stepfather's vow for justice.
It doesn't matter what your professional credentials are, you're going down, baby.
For the first time since Matthew's passing, his family is speaking out together.
It must be said, I think, that he was also very lonely in his soul.
Matthew's mother, Suzanne, and stepfather, Keith, are talking 1 year to the day after his drug overdose death.
Agent 23, rescue 23, mess 9, respond to the drowning.
1 year after they got the call with that terrible news.
Somebody called Suzanne and he just said, Matthew's dead. And
Matthew's dead. Your son is dead.
Oh, I thought, this is what happens when you die.
Matthew had battled his drug addiction for years, writing about it in his 2022 memoir.
I spent upward of $7 million trying to get sober. I've been to 15 rehabs.
And as the family sat down with the Today Show's Savannah Guthrie, opening up their scrapbook of now poignant photos with Matthew, Suzanne revealed she had an inkling something was going on in his final days.
He was showing me one of his new houses. He came up to me and he said, I love you so much, and I'm so happy to be with you now. And it was almost as though it was a premonition or something.
When he passed, did you think he's sober? He's still on his path?
it appeared to us as if he was. Not to you? It certainly seemed like it to me, that he was, though he had been treated with ketamine, that it hadn't turned into something that he couldn't control.
Earlier this month, one of the doctors charged in connection with Matthew's ketamine death, Mark Chavez, pleaded guilty. Matthew's live-in assistant, Kenneth Iwamasa, confessed to giving Perry the fatal dose after Matthew asked him to, quote, shoot me up with a big one.
What I'm hoping, and I think the agencies that got involved in this are hoping, that people who have put themselves in the business of supplying people with the drugs that'll kill them, that they are now on notice.
Two other defendants, Dr. Salvador Plasencia and the so-called ketamine queen, Jasveen Sanya, have both pleaded not guilty and will face trial next March.
I love you.
Not so tight.
Oh!
Today, Matthew's Friends co-star Jennifer Aniston marked the somber anniversary with these photos and the two-word message, 1 year.
We stopped and saw the most beautiful sky you've ever seen in your life.
We saw the
night.
Northern Lights last night.
The Northern Lights, I mean, you can feel divinity in that moment.
Matthew's sisters, Caitlin, Emily, and Madeline, still feel his presence, still feel the pain.
He was... sorry. Really, all he ever wanted was to love and to be loved. He struggled so much to feel peace. And I think he got to a place where he did.
And so the family is launching the Matthew Perry Foundation of Canada to carry out what had been his most important mission of helping others.
When I die, I don't want friends to be the first thing that's mentioned. I want that to be the first thing that's mentioned. And I'm going to live the rest of my life proving that.
We were always proud of the fact that he kept fighting and that he made it a big focus of his life to help other people.
Nothing special about us, except for the fact that we had an extremely remarkable and famous family member who went through it. And people notice, and people come up to us all the time and say, sorry for your loss. Well, millions of people have had that loss, and we're very aware of that. And that this is not about us, it's about those millions of people. It's a world, it's a hurting world, and it needs some help.